All right, the next thing that we're gonna do is go through the local match settings. This is how you set up to play for on course if you're looking to play around. So you select local match there. And the first thing you're gonna notice is that it's gonna give you a list of courses, but it's only on the installed. So if you're looking for, and we have 83 installed, we can install as many as we'd like, so feel free to download, install what you want. But you'll select all courses if there's something you're looking for particularly, and that'll give you access to, sometimes you need to reset filters. Oh, you know what? We're offline right now, so you can't see the additional courses. But if I press all courses, normally that's going to upload 1,200 plus courses. So we unfortunately don't have internet while I'm recording this video. But if you want to look at all of the courses that are available, you click there. For now, we're going to be looking at the installed. You can also favorite courses. You can select popular, newest, never played. You can select par threes, coastal, link style courses, but be sure to reset those filters. And that way you can see the full list of courses when you select all courses. And if you have one that you're searching for and you're not seeing it, it might be because one of these filters are selected. But for now, we're just going to select the top course, and I'm going to show you how to go about setting up the settings for your match. So first off, we will see, eventually we are going to load all of our members' names into here. I've tried this a couple times, and for whatever reason it's glitching, but for now, we're just going to use player 1 and player 2, and I'm in bay 2 here right now. You can select up to 8 players, but this is how you add them. You just click this plus button and then you scroll down to who you're looking to add. So now I have a 4-player match, and we're going to go through a couple different options. So first is we're just going to play stroke play, and everyone is playing from the same tee box. So the game mode we want to select here is in match settings. You'll select stroke play, that's the default. And if everyone wants to play from the same tee boxes, or you want this to be the global setting for everyone, you just select the whites, the blues, the blacks, and then everyone would be playing from the same tee boxes. I'm going to show you how you can also set individual players to their own tee boxes if they're not comfortable playing at the same distance as everyone else. But for now, this is the global setting, and we'll say everyone's playing from the blues. You also can select your pins. Thursday through Sunday, and you can also select your gimme distances. So the options that we have available here, I'll start backwards, is there's an auto putt random feature. I don't like this as one. I haven't quite figured it out, and you're welcome to look in GSPRO's settings, but it auto randomly assigns you a putt. So sometimes I've noticed if I'm like 25 feet away, it'll give me a 3 putt when in reality, if you go to this auto putt fixed setting, there'll be these fixed rings that are on the greens. I think they're about 12 feet for the first circle. That will give you a 1 putt if you're inside of it. The next circle is about 25 feet. That'll give you a 2 putt. And if you're on the green outside of the second circle, you're going to receive a 3 putt. I really do like this if you're looking to play a quick round. You also have 20 all the way down to 2 feet for distances, so it'll draw a circle around it. If you're inside of 2 feet, it'll give you a 1 putt. There is another setting which is great called Pick Your Putt. This will give you the option to select either 1, 2, 3, or I will putt that out. That's a nice setting if you're looking to kind of keep it moving, but you do want to putt here and there. I always leave mulligans on just in case the launch monitor has a funny read on the ball. It's a good thing to just leave on. It's not so that you can hit a mulligan every shot if you're playing competitively. But if you pick up the ball or you move it with your club, sometimes the launch monitor detects that that was actually a swing. So I would suggest leaving mulligans on in all of your settings. The next tab after you go to round setup is the course setup. This is where you can adjust course settings from green firmness to fairway firmness, elevation to the stimp of the greens. The greens should always be set at ski to tee here in Keystone at 7. That will give you the most realistic experience of putting into the screen. If you see a 10-foot putt and you're 10 feet away roughly from the center of the mat to the screen, you should just roll that into the screen in order to hit that putt. So that's why I have those stimp to a 7. Additionally, the elevation will default to whatever course you're playing, but if you want to play at your Keystone elevation, just select global under the elevation settings, and then it'll allow you to play, let's just say Pebble Beach at 9,000 feet. But I don't think people want to do that. You probably want to play the course at its natural elevation. And down here, I'd suggest, setting the winds to either, calm or breezy, gusty's a little intense. You'll have like 25-mile-an-hour winds. Last thing here is we have scoring and assistance. let's just say you're playing with a group and someone's not as natural of a golfer, they don't play often, or they're not that great. You might want to leave a concede setting on so that it auto concedes them once they get to, say, triple bogey, and you can set that all the way to quad bogey or log 10, 11, 12. You can set it to whatever you want. But I would suggest double bogey or triple bogey. And when they want to concede the hole after they've had enough, they can click shot options in the bottom left-hand corner and then press concede hole. The other thing here is you get putting assistance, which is basically the braking lines, the brake line indicators. You can also have an auto aim that's set up. I leave that off just so I can kind of read my own putts. Leave all these other settings the same. These handicap plays, I mean, unless you guys are playing competitively and you don't know your handicaps, I would leave all of those settings off. Putting forgiveness, you can set these off. I would leave this at normal as well. I wouldn't touch that. The last thing here that I want to show you under players and settings and course settings is if you want to go and play, let's just say, the back nine of a course, you can deselect the front nine. You can even take that down to playing particular holes on the course. You can select whichever ones you want to play, but if you want to play them all, you can just leave that as standard and you don't need to do anything. The last thing I was going to show you is if somebody wants to say, let's just say player number 2 is playing from the junior tees and player number 3 is going to be a lady playing from the reds, we can adjust those settings right there, and that will override the global settings that we set up in our match settings. So once you're ready to go on that stroke play match, you would just click Play Arcadia Bluffs, and you'll be ready to go. Before I leave this, I do want to show you how to set up some other settings, which are up here under settings in the upper right-hand corner. If you're playing stroke play, you're able to play out the entire hole without waiting. So player 1 would play the whole hole, then player 2 would play the whole hole, but you need to be set to stroke play in order to do this. That setting does not work when you're on a scramble or a best ball or anything like that. So if you want to play out the whole hole, you select it here, but if you want to play classically where player 1 hits the ball, then player 2 hits their tee shot, and you rotate, that would be classic. But if you're trying to get fast rounds in, I would suggest setting this up to playing out the whole hole and not worrying about it. Every other setting under here, realism, sound systems, and visual settings, you don't need to touch. So once you set that up to how you want to play, just press save and exit. Now, if you do want to play a scramble, you would set the team colors to being the same. Let's say player 1 and player 2 are going to play in a scramble setting, and player 3 and player 4 are going to play together on a team. They have to be the same team color. Then you would go back into your match settings, select your game mode. You could do a scramble, you could do match play, alternate shot, best ball, Stableford, shamble, etc. So once you have those set up, again, just click Play Arcadia Bluffs, and that's how you play stroke play and scramble in different settings for teams.
Is this members only paradise in here? What